Hello, good morning, afternoon, or evening. I'm Alison and I am here to tell you a couple of stories with my classmates. I hope you like them. The first story is called Silent Cry. The icy wind of the night seethed through the cracks of the adobe house, carrying with it the incessant whisper of the river, and for those whose ears were tuned by fear and lament, Mr. Ramiro, the town baker, lit his oven in the darkest hours, and he was the one who knew that sound. It wasn't the howl of the coyote or the groan of the wind. It was a sharp female scream that siled through the tranquility like an obsidian knife. Oh, my children! One night, the proximity of the screams overcame his fear. The lament seemed to be coming right from the stream that bordered his property. Overcome by recklessness, Ramiro took a lantern and ventured outside, where the air felt heavy and damp. He walked slowly, and upon reaching the willows, he saw her, floating above the water, dressed in a fine white, almost disintegrating into the fog. The figure moved. La Llorona extended her arms toward the murky stream, as if trying to retrieve what the river had taken centuries ago. My children, where is my children? She said with her lost gaze. Ramiro retreated in the silence, knowing that he had with us the deepest sorrow a man can carry. From that day on, when he heard the lament at night, he would only cross himself and close his eyes, grateful to be saved from the torment of that woman. He knew that the tragic spirit of La Llorona would continue to haunt. Thank you. The second story, called Shadows of Septima. The cemetery of Bishop Hill was a forbidden place even for the banditos. For Clancy, desperate for a break from Dema's surveillance, he rushed to look for a hiding place among the oldest tomb. Even knowing the bishops would capture him, he took a moment to write in his diary. Suddenly, a whisper broke the silence. It wasn't the wind. Clancy, who was paralyzed when he was calm, the most manipulative of the nine, realized. The sound came from the center of the cemetery. With an agonizing slowness, Clancy crawled to the edge of this hiding place and spied. He saw Keon back, kneeling in front for a tomb marked with the incomplete symbol. Keon was not praying, he was bleeding. Suddenly the ground around the tomb began to tremble, and smoke emanated from the soil. It was an exhalation of evil that Count prostrated to, whispering the name of Nico, the entity that governed the bishops. Then the smoke took shape. It was something large, a dark silhouette that loomed over the kindling bishop. Clancy understood the true horror of his prison. The bishops were not just leaders, they were mere servants of something older and darker that resides beneath Bishop's Hill. The cemetery was not a place of rest, but the contact point between Decima and its dark master. Clancy, without a doubt, fled in silence and immediately told the banditos and torchbearer, her best friend, to see what about the situation. If to fight or to hide currently nothing is truly now, and it is believed to be only a myth. Thank you. That was the second story, and I hope you liked them. The mood of the dam. Emily, Aidan, Tyrone, and Cecilia had planned a trip to the Black Hollow Forest, a place shadowed in the legends of creatures that appear only under the full moon. As they walked among the tall shadowed trees and unsettling silence took over the atmosphere, the branches cracked beneath their feet, but it wasn't their footsteps they heard. It was a distant murmur that seemed to come from everywhere at once. Emily stopped as she running down her spine and whispered, "Did you hear that?" As night fell, the group began to feel that something was watching them. Ivan, trying to stay calm, took out his flashlight. Beautiful lights, barely relevant shadows moving between the trees. Theron, with a look in his third murmured stories he had heard in packs. Walrus was eyes glowed like embers in the darkness. Cecilia tried to joke those eyes the tension, but her voice broke when a blockering wall echoed very close by, as if the crater were right beneath them. Suddenly, the park appeared for enormous walrus, white fangs and long as the light. Susurrant them, Emily sustained and felt so the ground, while Aidan and Tyrone tired sexfully to protect her. Cecilia screamed as one of the wolves advanced toward her with silent steps, but just before the attack became inevitable, a rare, even more terrifying erupted from the darkness. The park stopped and looked toward the forest, hesitating for an instant that felt eternal. In the blink of an eye, the source of the rare dog sharpened a wolf even larger than the others, colors with fur as black as the night and red eyes that burned like fire. The park backed away and vanished among the trees, leaving the group depending on the group. Aidan heard at Emily to her feet, and Tyrone heard Cecilia dictated as our for resolute that this forest wasn't just dangerous, it was a place guardian, ancient secrets that should never be destroyed. The full moon illuminated their pale face, and the distant echo of the whole remembered them that the two for the heart only just began.
Rule of the Dandy. Tim, are you from Tim? Lemine. Tiwi were fierce, recent die, ni is juicy, and wet Friday war. in an wall. What one along the right wall fusing mature, and ten full moon illuminating, and ten red packet, butter ferres on both Tintam, the loom Mikem, and ten wing nursing in mitten onsen, Rocky, Nenchun, and Unealisi. Y Ashley Watson, Murmuret y Valentín. Roncher were young, and from Luna, ten Ricket, for ten Krupp, and ten Broken, Basak, and from ten Slem, and from ten Slem, Figure Flow, ten por Mills. Budik book back. What on front walk, one client and stopping with a sap to Mickey what the cock within no with percent what a DSS word first what instant mood. Later human no from Annie and walk animal Julieta. Ciberets way and since once Melalic and Sonic League was where Dragon and Tron is un 10 block fly walk emergence. As it's where carrying a Valentin, a Warware, and talking was broke ton flats and were no thoughts.
The third story, called The Mirror and the Spectre's Vanity. The cold, dense fog of Halloween night wrapped around the old Blackwood mansion. Avril, Oswaldo, Neri, the Joker, and Eric were there for a promotional photo shoot inspired by the house's haunted fame. As Neri joked about ghosts and unnatural silence fell, the light flickered and a blast of icy air extinguished their lantern. When Oswaldo's emergency light came on, Neri had vanished. Leaving determined, I led them up the creaking stairs. The second floor was a dark maze. Oswaldo improvised a light, and Eric remained vigilant, seeing a heavy presence. They found a sink from Neri one of his drumsticks in the attic. As they approached a boarded-up window, a hole shut and an invisible force struck Eric violently in the side, throwing him against a trunk. He fell, clutching his ribs. Breathed and breathed, but remained conscious. A brilliant Nazwa helped him up. Their first spectral entity, a dark, ominous shadow. With adrenaline pumping, Oswaldo trembled over the dropped mirror. The sheet fell, revealing the glass. The spectral entity, upon seeing its own distorted reflection, forgot its captive. Instead of reaching with fear, the ghost adjusted itself and complained in a high-pitched whine. "Ugh, another gray hair? I don't look so good tonight," said the ghost. Completely absorbed in its sudden crisis of vanity, the entity realized Mary, who fell to the floor. The four immediately seized the moment running out of Blackwood Mansion, realizing the house was haunted by pure malice, but by a tragical self-constellation spirits. And This is the power story and the last one I tell. Called Legend of the Director Elias. The Cumbres Alta Institute, a building of red brick arched windows, had always possessed that air of the faded grandeur, as if it harbored secrets that time had grown weary of whispering. I, Miguel, was the night shift custodian, and after the last student left, the school wall transformed the main hallway. I heard a methodical sound coming from the preschool area. When had been boarded up for decades, the rhythmic pound of a ball, I entirely ignored it, attributing it to the old building. However, as I approached the rusted chain of the sealed strands, the bouncing laughter accompanied by a night-itched childish jiggle that seemed to rise from a well. Intrigued and terrified, I whisper, "Who's there?" I say. The sound immediately stopped, giving way to absolute silence, but then a soft chirping, like nails drawing across the parquet floor, drew closer to the door from the inside. At that instant, the small barred window of the gym behind me suddenly lit up with a tall red glow, and I heard a voice that was no longer a child, but a hollow, broken echo. Elias wants his ball. Understood when that I was not dealing with a mere mischievous child, but with the legend of the Director Elias, whose head disappeared years ago, and his game was about to begin. Fear drove me to run. I didn't look back, though did I hear the old chain snap with a sharp, squealing sound, and the ball's bones followed me. Now a heavy, deep boom, 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 that made the wooden floor vibrate. I quaked. That very night I never returned. But the news reached my ears a month later. A group of graduating students on a later night there had broken into the preschool wing. They only found the broken chain, deflated old leather ball, and in the center of the playroom, carved with something sharp, the killing message: "Now you will play with me forever." The end. Thank you very much for listening to them, and I hope enjoyed hearing them. Thank you.
Y final exam. Institute of San Sebastian El Progreso High School kept a dark secret in classroom 303. The falling classroom. Students who filled with sent 3 supposed to receive help from Mr. Alvarado, a gloomy teacher. But soon the student noticed something was grown extreme. Planets, blank stars, and an aura of terror surround them. Sophia Brian stood stunned upon Watson to classroom 303 after failing the final exam. She discovered that Mr. Alvarado was follower of a dark cult who used students in macabre rituals. One night, while helping Sophia held her to an altar with. He planned to sacrifice her for power. Sophia tried to escape, but it was useless. Her blood spilled upon the altar, fueling the darkness of room 303. Since then, her spirit is said to roam the school. Second living room 303 still waits, right to a tour student drives into eternal nightmare.
The altar of souls. In the heart of a Mexico tinged with marigolds and mysticism stood a forgotten altar in a spectral town, where the souls wandered without solace. Every day of this year, a dark legend whispered about an ancestral sacrifice need to appease the restless spirits that cried out from beyond. The locals were full of voyage approaching, for it was said that the altar fed on the memory and sanity of those who dared to declare it. One eye blind with curiosity and skepticism, a young man named Eduardo ventured to the cursed altar, attracted by flickering light funeral melodies, and discovered macabre offerings by the photographers, broken toy, and looks of high. Upon touching a sugar skull, a vision invaded him. Disfigured face, harrow, scream, and skeleton, and dragging him into the darkness. Tormented by the vision, Eduardo tried to escape, but the altar trapped an labyrinth of shadows and lamentation. The souls, furious at his intrusion, surrounded him, demanding payment for his audacity. Desperate, Eduardo offered his most precious memories, his shield love, his family, his love in exchange. The souls grant high a way out, but a devastating price. Eduardo returned to the town, an empty spectre stripped of its patron, condemned the wanderer endlessly. The elder, satisfied, awaited the next lie of the dead reality to claim another victim. The lake continued, burned into the collective memory, reminding everyone that there are posters that are better left unopened, and that respect for the dead is the only shield against the eternal torment.
The mentions of starlight shadows. The body influencers Valeria had managed to get an exclusive invitation to the opening party of the famous music producers of Mansions Ricardo. The mansions, located on the outskirts of the city, was known for its Gothic architecture and rumors of the past tragedies. The spirit falling at Chief Valeria Corinth needs the opportunity to rub shoulders with the elite and increase her followers count. Upon arrival, the mansion was showered in the dancing fog as the exquisite shouts of the goods sound hollow and distorted. During the party, Valeria noticed that the most important celebrities were acting, staring. Their eyes seemed empty and their movements were stiff and unnatural. Ricardo, the hot
had as endlessly a smile that never disappeared while exploring the mansion. Valeria found a hidden room full of art mirrors. Looking at one of them, she saw her reflections distorted and a shadowy figure appeared behind her. Terrified, she tried to flee, but the door slammed shut. The mirrors began to multiply, trapping Valeria and labyrinth of the witches' reflections. The shadowy figures brought closer, whispering names of celebrities who had mysteriously disappeared over the years. Valeria realized that the mansion was a trap, a place where the souls of the famous were consumed to maintain Ricardo's fame and power. The spirit she screamed for help, but her voice was lost in the echo of the mirrors. Finally, the shadows reached her, and Valeria felt her essence being absorbed by the mirrors. Her reflections fade, leaving only an empty and distorted image. The dimensions remember silence, waiting for its next victim, ready to turn another star into one more shadows in this collection. Here's the party continued embodies to the horror looking behind the walls out the empty silhouette danced to the sound of the mockery melody. Echoes of the dark forest. The sun had been hidden for hours when Clara, Javier, Sofia, and Miguel decided to venture into the dark forest. Appraised the villagers avoid after sunset. At first, everything seemed peaceful. The trees stood like silent guardians, and the breeze rustled the leaves, creating soft whispers. Some began to hear strange whispers, voices that seemed to come from the trunks and the shadows among the bushes. Each of them heard dead or name repeated as if someone invisible were calling them from the darkness. Javier tried to learn of but his longer dead in the dawn, where he noticed the shadows slowly closing in. Sofia wanted to turn back, but the forest seemed to change its shape. The plants strange and distinct in the same. Each step took them deeper, and the air became heavy, filled with a strange, damp smell. Miguel came to see figures among the trees, human-like silhouettes that vanished when they hit brigade. Bemeeting the campfire they had lit went out for no reason, leaving the parents in the heavy silence. The whisper reduced now greater and marking susurring then comforting. Clara tried to scream, but her voice was lost amid the crackling branches and the wind that seemed to whisper threats. The next morning, the buildings of their backbanks and flashlights in the clearing, but the first friends and despair winter her and trees didn't sense them anymore, or those to approach the dark forest claims for her whisper calling the names, and she shadows that seemed to watch every moment. A remnant
that some secrets of the forest shall never be discovered.